Somewhere along the way, we've made rich mean expensive things and really big paychecks. And the older that I get now, I can't help but think that rich looks like something completely different for me. Today, rich in this moment looked like being able to have a slow morning. I took a couple days off of work after the holiday just to relax and ease into the week, if I'm being honest. I have a few weeks left at my job before my last day, and well, I was using my PTO time, okay? But this morning I woke up, hopped in the car with me and Cardi, and drove to one of our favorite parks. And I got off the phone with my girlfriend after talking to her for 30 minutes and could not help but realize that I was sitting in a very rich moment. I actually get to experience the richness of today because I've been wanting a slow morning. I've been wanting to wake up without anxiety or panic. I would love a day where no one from work is texting me, if I'm being honest, and that still has not really happened yet. I just realized how much of a gift that I'm living in an answered prayer. And my definition of rich years ago was completely different if you look at my journal versus today, what it looks like. It's less about the money, but understanding the options that the money can bring and can buy and how it can buy you your time back. And this is why I've become such a big advocate of doing things and investing in things that literally get you your time back by the skills that you have, by the abilities that you have, the knowledge, and literally never knowing where that can take you. So for me today, I'm gonna tell you this. I want to tell you what rich isn't. Rich is not rushing out of the door every morning because you're already behind. Then knowing that you got to drop the kids off, drop the dog at daycare, and then you got to battle traffic just to be able to get to work and try to make it on time. And God forbid you forgot to even grab breakfast. So now you at work working and you hungry and your cortisol levels are all. I could keep going. Rich is not a six-figure salary that costs you your peace. Dreading Monday before Sunday is even over and you're already thinking about all the things that you have to do that you dread doing and the people that you got to deal with before you even make it in the door the next day. Rich is not being too exhausted to enjoy the life that you are working so hard to afford. I know how hard you work. I know the time that you put in. It doesn't go unnoticed. And you deserve to be rich. You deserve to be rich in the definition that rich means for you. Rich is not having no margin in your calendar. You ain't got no time. You can't squeeze anything in. You know, people used to love that term booked and busy, and I did too, until I realized that I didn't. I don't want to be so booked up and so busy that I don't have time to live, that I don't have time to relax, that I don't have time to enjoy things around me, the things that I've worked hard for. I got Cardi for a reason because I wanted to rescue a dog. It was ready for me to have a dog. And as a single woman, I just loved having that companionship. I loved having, sorry, y'all, she's cleaning herself. I loved having the companionship. But when I realized I was commuting 3 hours a week and only seeing her 2 times out of the week when I come back to my parents' house, Friday night, Saturday night, and then I'm gone Sunday, that wasn't okay for me. I don't like that. And I know I sacrificed it for a season, but that wasn't a permanent decision, and that's not how I want to live. They're only, here but so long, and I want to enjoy every minute that I can with her. Ain't that right, Cardi? Ain't that right, Cardi girl? Yes, mama. Yes, my baby. Yes, it's my baby. Rich is not living paycheck to paycheck, no matter how much you make. You're literally living to survive. You're making enough to survive. Making ends meet to survive. That doesn't feel rich. That feels like survival mode. Rich is not saying yes to everything because you're afraid to say no. I don't care how intimidating your boss may be. I don't care how much of the good girl tendency you have in you. Like, at some point, you got to say no and you got to set some boundaries, or you got to redirect some people and then get somebody else to do it, okay? Get somebody else to do it. Rich isn't feeling trapped because one paycheck controls your entire life. Constantly checking your work phone after hours. Being successful, but secretly wanting out, secretly not even enjoying the life that you created because it wasn't the life that you really wanted. Yeah, the money, it's afforded you some things. It's provided for the kids. They go to a good school. It lets you move a couple states, get a Tesla or whatever you wanted to do, right? But it didn't really work because you didn't really enjoy it. Don't create a life that you don't love. It's not trading your health for a promotion. Working so much you never get to see daylight, having nice things but no time to actually enjoy them. I heard this video once on TikTok. If I could ever find it again, I'm going to try. This woman was talking about her coworker. He purchased a boat, really excited about the boat, and he suddenly feels sick. Come back here, Carti. Girl, she be trying it. He suddenly fell ill and fell sick. Right. And I think he was just a little bit shy of his retirement. And he ended up passing away and never got to take his boat out of the driveway. He worked and worked and worked, got sick, and never actually got to enjoy the thing that he purchased. And the woman narrating it said that day she put her retirement papers in that week. She said, I don't want to ever leave my boat in the driveway. I don't want to live like that. And that moved me. That moved me because that day when I heard it, when the doctors pulled me into the room and told me at work that I actually, in fact, had breast cancer, I could not believe the words that were coming out of her mouth because I then had a flashback of what my current reality had been for those past 8-9 months, that year. And then I had this glimpse of what I've been wanting it to be and how the two did not connect. I was not living a life that I loved. I was deep in survival mode. I was paycheck to paycheck. I was working 40 plus hours just to try to survive. And then I'm battling traffic in Atlanta. And then I just have other things going on and I'm trying to figure it out. And I was trying to start a business then in women's health, in the healthcare space, right? And I'm throwing spaghetti against the wall and just trying to figure out how to get out, how to help people, but also get out, how to get more opportunities for myself. And then you tell me I have breast cancer and I'm 32? That woke me the hell up. So having nice things but no time to enjoy them, living for your 2 weeks of vacation every single year, being too busy to take a walk on a Tuesday afternoon, staying in environments that make you anxious because the money is good, and spending money to escape a life you don't actually enjoy. None of that reflects a rich life to me. And when I started realizing those things about me, I started pivoting even quicker, giving the resignation letter even quicker, making my move even quicker. I've done that more in the past 8 months than ever before in my life. And I will do it aggressively even more. I actually am at the point now where I won't even accept anything else if I don't fully enjoy it. I'm not stepping into a role that doesn't create enjoyment, that doesn't bring me joy, that doesn't fully reflect who I am. I'm not doing it. I won't accept anything if it doesn't live from that marker, that standpoint. Because I think we also been groomed and taught that we have to suffer, that pain is suffering, that winning is suffering, that you have to suffer at work, you got to pay your dues, you got to work your time, but on what accord, to what extent, on what account? Because I'm sorry, but I don't 100% agree with that. I don't subscribe to that anymore, because when I did subscribe to it, it didn't prove me well. It didn't do what I needed it to do. It didn't create an abundance. It created illness. It created health issues. It created major life changes for me and depression. So it just was not worth it to me. But let me tell you now, as this 37-year-old breast cancer survivor, heavy on the survivor, thank you very much. Clap for me in the comments. Let me tell you now what rich actually means to me, because I'm feeling it right now. I am living it right now in real time, and I will do whatever is required for me to continue to live a life like this, and I will not go back. And mind you, I'm not talking from some like, I got this big, elaborate, multi-million dollar house or couple $100,000 house and a brand new car. Honey, I drive a paid off 2015 Chevy Malibu. I ain't got no car, no, okay? Clap for me. Now, do I want something different one day? Absolutely. But today I am enjoying the beauty of not having a car note because I worked so hard and paid off the first car that I ever purchased for myself. And it was that Malibu. That's rich. Rich is being at my parents' house. And while it may not look like that multi-million dollar mansion, while y'all may look at it and see like, okay, it needs some TLC, especially the fence parts of it, it's paid off. My parents don't have a mortgage. They were intentional over 20 some years ago to make sure that house was paid off and left something behind. So while you may look at it and see that it needs some help, I look at it and I see a win. I see potential. I see growth. So those things, that's what rich means for me. And rich right now also means the fact that I have a couple weeks left of my high paying salaried job. I don't have another job or a plan B lined up, but I'm okay with all of those next steps and decisions because I'm experiencing the richness and overflow of stepping out and creating other options, other extra income, other opportunities for myself right now. So, okay, rich is not having to ask permission to take a day off. It's not looking at your bank account. Let me just take this off, y'all. I like holding it anyways. It's not looking at your bank account. Rich is looking at your bank account without anxiety, without worrying about the number that's going to pop up. Knowing an expected bill will not ruin your month, will not ruin your day. We had to fix on the 4th of July our toilet. It got clogged up. There were some things happening, and we just waited patiently for the people to come out. And I gave that man my card with ease. And I was so grateful to be able to do that. My mom came in the room. She said, "Thank you for taking care of that for me." You know how much that means? And granted, the bill was $115, but it felt like I paid $100,000 just from being able to take care of my mom and solve a problem for her and not worry about it. Being able to leave a job that no longer fits, that's rich. It's not working anymore. And being able to leave, listen, having enough savings to make decisions from a place of peace and not a place of panic. Going to bed without thinking about work, or going to bed so excited about what you get to do tomorrow that you can't wait to be there. You know what it's like when you have a really awesome job, a really fun environment where everyone is truly aligned and on the same page, and it does not drain you, and you're excited to work an extra hour. You're excited to work an extra 2 hours. You feel the value of who you are poured back into you. When you have a boss that actually cares about people, has a humanness to them, and they actually value their employees. I used to see my dad do that with his employees all the time. Holiday bonuses, taking them on dinners and to lunches, and giving up trips that him and my mom would win from Raleigh and Diamondback and all these other Schwinn and all these other big companies, because my dad used to own a bicycle shop before he lost his shop. He was so generous. I saw what that richness did for him because he was living in an overflow, and that overflow overflowed out to everybody else. That's the type of boss I want to be. That's the type of boss I want to work for. And I am not working for anyone that's not that anymore. I'm sorry. It's a no. It is a no. Whew, that's another video, y'all. That's another video. Where was I on this list? Having slow mornings, eating dinner before 8 p.m., taking your lunch break without guilt, and not actually doing work and eating at the same time. Take your lunch break and tell those people you will BRB in 30 minutes. Stop letting people interrupt your lunch break, and stop working on your laptop while you're on your lunch. Get out the building. Go for a walk. Find a new restaurant. Find a new place to sit. Find a new bench, a new park, something. Get away from it. Get away from it. Being present with your family instead of answering emails, booking the trip without putting it on a credit card, filling up your gas tank, or if you want to get the points, but making sure you pay it off. That's really the goal. Filling up your gas tank without checking your balance first. I remember the days where I had to pick or choose. I'm like, okay, I got a good $15 left before this paycheck comes. What we gonna do? because it's about to be beans and rice back at the apartment, and I could put a little bit on gas. That's how I could do both, but not both to the extent of what I want to do. And when you come out of that and you can look back at that and remember the days where you didn't know if you could fill up your tank, where you always just put enough just to get by, man, y'all know those are the ones. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Buying groceries without mentally adding everything up, having enough margin to just be able to help somebody else, going for a walk because you want to, not because you're trying to escape your day, having work that stays at work. When you leave, it stays there. You don't bring it home with you. You clock out and you get to clock out and relax and enjoy and really have a weekend off, really enjoy your holiday, really enjoy your time with your family. That matters. Feeling like you own your time and protecting your weekends, actually allowing your weekends to be yours, actually allowing yourself to be able to enjoy yourself to the best of your ability. Having choices when life changes, waking up without immediately reaching for your phone. Living a life you don't constantly need a vacation from, and feeling safe enough to dream again. When is the last time you allowed yourself to just dream for what you really want? When is the last time that you looked at that journal and you wrote down how you felt? You wrote down your plans, you wrote down your vision, you wrote down what you really wanted to be doing, and you allowed yourself to start pursuing it. You allowed yourself to start going after it. When is the last time you did that? Or maybe you did that this morning before you even got out of bed, before you got dressed and headed to work. You journaled your thoughts, your visions, your dreams. It can't stay like this. It won't always be like this. You started speaking life into yourself and life into your situation, because it does not have to stay like that. It doesn't. You can choose to change your life. You can choose to start pursuing options. Look at other opportunities and go relentlessly after them. Make them available to you. You have the power. I could not have imagined sitting here today like this until I imagined it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do everything I can to have moments like this, because this is my life. This is where I come alive. This is where I feel most at peace and at ease. This is where I get to take my time back. This is where I get to reclaim who I am. If I'm going to be dedicating time and giving time to something, you better believe it's going to be in alignment with where I'm headed and where I'm going with my future. I'm not subscribing anymore to overtly crazy work environments, draining work environments, environments that burn you out, soul-sucking environments. I'm not subscribing to that anymore. I'm not subscribing to leadership patterns like that anymore either. I'm good. I'm not doing any of that anymore. And now, because I've been so relentless in pursuing how I want to feel, my life is starting to reflect my desires and decisions. And it is so crazy to me that this is possible. But now I'm living in it, and I know it's possible for anyone else that comes across my words, anyone else that comes across this video, anyone else that has stayed here until the end to listen to everything that I've had to say, or anybody that has actually watched my journey over these past 8 months consistently on YouTube. I know it is possible. It is scary, but you can do it. And sometimes you just have to take the leap. You gotta remove the fear. You gotta remove the what ifs, and you gotta still keep pushing through it. Because what's on the other side of that is exactly who you want to be, and exactly who you're destined to become. Having money in the bank and a peace in your mind, and knowing that if one thing changes, your whole life doesn't fall apart. To me, that is rich. So at this point, rich isn't having more money. Rich is having more choices. I just understand money is a tool to those choices. And your job isn't going to get you rich. Your job isn't going to get you to that millionaire status. Your job isn't going to get you to the thousandaire status, the hundredaire, whatever air that you want to chase. Your job isn't going to get you there. Your options are what's going to get you there. Your options to be so crazy and delirious in pursuing your dreams, to lock in a way that you have never locked in before, to do something that you have never done before. That's what's going to get you there. That's what's going to get you to the rich life that you want. That's what's going to get you in the pursuit of your dreams. That is what's going to make you watching this video today and you spinning the block back on this video next year change. That's what's going to do it for you. And I want that for you more than anything, because I know it's possible. I'm doing it. I'm an example of it. And I I just can't go back. I can't go back. So any yes that I give now will be from a place of me being locked in, me being committed, and me in alignment and flow with whatever job, whatever title, whatever role I accept. And until then, I'm going to keep working my options. I'm going to keep building my options. I'm going to build opportunities, and I'm going to shoot my shot to the craziest brands, to the craziest sponsorships, figuring out affiliate marketing, and being able to let me live the life that I'm already living in partnership with other people. I'm there, y'all. I'm there. So if you are feeling like your paycheck gets to make the decisions for you before you can actually decide on what you want to do, that's exactly why I created the Build Your Options cohort. We literally start this Saturday, and there's a few spaces left. The girls have booked their slots, y'all, because these women are ready. They are ready to change their life. They are ready to build their first option, to literally go from nothing to something. In these next 6 weeks, we're doing it together, because together requires a community. And I'm here with you. I'm here to help you along that journey. This community will be rooting for each other, and we'll literally be able to see each other's life change in real times. Your life is already changing, because if you signed up and you made the decision to get into the room, you took the first step. You've already invested into your future, and we're going to build on that investment, because the goal isn't just to make more money. The goal is to build enough options that you get to choose your life. That is the goal. That is the goal. Do not underestimate what 30 days of relentless pursuit can do for you. Do not underestimate the power of visibility and putting yourself out there. Do not underestimate the leap that you can take from creating extra money besides your W-2 paycheck, besides what your one job pays you. Do not underestimate it. I am literally living proof. Literally. So if you want to be in the room, I want you in the room. Click the link in the description below. We start Saturday. Doors close in a couple days on Friday. And hey, we're about to get busy. We're about to get active. All right. Okay, y'all. Until the next video, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.